I am sure a lot of you have heard of Hormone Harmony by Happy Mammoth, the supplement that helps women maintain optimal hormone levels, with over 50,000 glowing reviews from women worldwide and 98% saying they'd recommend it to friends and family.
Now you can take those results even further by pairing it with the prebiotic collagen protein. It helps to relieve occasional bloating, gas, reduce sugar cravings, and help you feel satisfied longer, boost energy, and help stabilize mood swings.
And because your gut directly affects your hormones, improving your gut health can actually help your hormone harmony results so you can feel like yourself again.
Happy Mammoth is dedicated to making women's lives easier, and that means using only science-backed ingredients that can be proven to work for women. They make no compromise when it comes to quality, and it shows.
Right now, you can try prebiotic collagen protein in Hormone Harmony risk-free and get 15% off your entire first order with code BLAME at checkout.
Hey, it's me, Shakeable, Breakable, Unmistakable Claptrap. But don't break me, break free in Borderlands 4, the newest, bestest looter shooter you can play with friends. Everything's better with friends, and I went totally no. Pre-order Borderlands 4 now.
Rated mature.
You don't technically need this car. You say that out loud to yourself. You say, I have no space. You say, I'm just looking. Then you click. Then you zoom in on photo number 87 and whisper, oh no. Then you text a friend, the one who always enables you. You say to yourself, this is the last one, knowing it is not. You don't need this car. But maybe, just maybe, this car needs you. Bring a trailer. It's never just a car.
Hello.
Hey there. Hey there. What is hey there? Oh, that's Tiger King. Wow. Yep. Remember Tiger King?
I remember Tiger King. Is he still in jail?
I don't know. Do you think he's still sending asshole pics? And by asshole pics, I mean actual sitting his asshole on a stamp and then putting it there. You know, I have to say, I applaud the creativity, without a doubt. The taintacity. Taint ass idiot.
Right.
Wow. I love that. I love when words really make sense like that.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to another episode of
See You Next Tuesday.
What is up? How's your Tuesday?
Haven't done much.
Yeah, the same. I mean, we're starting.
It's also Thursday, but shh.
I can't get into it. You know, that's too confusing for me. So welcome. This is the podcast where we read the results of last week's episode of But Am I Wrong? And we also read all of your responses. Why you voted the way you did, your thoughts and your feelings, and all of the above. Oh, I used the same SZA picture, and so I got confused and I screenshotted some of the wrong ones. Oops.
Well.
Sure. This is for episode 156.
All right. And I was up first. Melissa says, if you're an app for children, why aren't you protecting your audience? And this is in response to Roblox. I always do that. Because the money you spend is Robux.
I think you can call it whatever you want because I think it's stupid. You know?
2% said that I was wrong. 98% said I was not wrong. Someone said, at this point, there's nothing on the internet that I trust for kids. Even with the kids that I work with, they tell me all the time about all the games that they play and all the things that they do unsupervised on the internet. Even knowing that there are some shows like that weird teapot thing, or all those shows where these animated characters are perpetuating violence on each other and everyone is acting like it's okay. Kids have so much access to the internet, and weird, creepy adults are the ones who are making and maintaining this content and not doing a good job protecting our children at all. Personally, when I have kids, their internet access will be strictly monitored and will probably help me monitor mine. What is this teapot thing? Do you know?
I have no idea. And I'm like, is the teapot committing acts of violence? Or is acts of violence being committed against the teapot? Because I have to say, what a fragile character to be throwing the first punch. Right. Is it not? Is it made of plastic? Do we have conversation with the microplastics leaching into the beverages?
Maybe it's a YouTube video, which that would be hard.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let us know.
Please.
I know you're listening to this promptly. Someone else says, screaming this. I work at a school district as their communications coordinator, marketing, graphic design, newsletter, email, social media, etc. One thing I do is resources for parents, and I'm always trying to share more resources about how children under 13 or honestly 16 should not have social media, and children under 12 should not have access to multiplayer online games. So scary.
Yep. I also think there's like a thing about like people our age who are having kids who it's like, well, I had access to like the internet and like, you know, it was fine. Or I think about how like for me, like if I had not been able to get on, I got on the internet late, like, and still I was able to like make a whole ass fucking career for myself in like my like the summer before my senior year of high school and my senior year of high school. Like that timeline of that is like not wild, but also like the landscape of the internet is like so vastly fucking different. So it's like us being online or us having access to the internet when we did is so different than the access now that kids would have. And it's still bad.
I was doing stuff I shouldn't have been doing on the internet.
That's what I mean. Like we know
so I know there were things that I should not have been doing. I read Issa Rae's book and I was like, oh, we were doing the exact same thing on the internet. And
if you didn't do it, you had a friend and you knew the friend who like, that's like what I'm saying. So where I'm just like, so even if you were like, oh, well, I turned out fine, or like, I didn't look at anything bad. I didn't have any like scarring or troubling things that I saw on the internet. I'm like, you knew someone who did. And that was when.
And I don't believe you. I truly don't believe you. You were going on the internet, unless your parents had you locked down, you were going on the internet to find answers to questions that they said, I'm going to tell you when you get older.
Yeah.
You were communicating in chat rooms or on AIM. You were doing things you weren't supposed to.
I was showing my titties on Omegle to strangers. Like that's crazy.
What I'm like, you were talking to people that you shouldn't have been talking to. We were all doing it.
Yes. Yeah. And like to think of being like, well, like everything's fine now. I'm like, this is a lot of these people also, it was like before the age of like social media and like facial recognition, like software that we can just do as civilians, where it's like, yeah, so thank God there's no photos of my fucking titties as I'm underage on Omegle flashing strangers. But like in the age of like Google reverse image search, you probably could now doing those kinds of things. Yeah. So I'm just like, you also, and it's crazy because like it feels like the people who are like it's fine, like, you know, like who are all about like them being fine exploiting their kids on the internet or letting their kids have like unregulated internet access are the same ones who are like so deeply afraid of like their children being sex trafficked in a fucking parking lot. And I'm like, so is the world this terrifying place and people just want to take your kid and steal your kid and do bad things to your kid, or is it fine and all dandy and good and everybody's going to turn out fine? Like it's insane.
Someone said, this is so fucked up. Last week and this week, protect our children, keep them safe, keep them fed.
You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy. This podcast you're listening to, it was once just a dream. A dream that became reality not by accident, but because someone decided not to let the what-ifs keep them from creating something they believed in. Starting your own business is a dream lots of us share. But too many let it remain just a dream. Don't hold yourself back from creating what you believe in, and turn those what-ifs into why-nots with Shopify by your side. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world, and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. What if I can't design a website? Shopify's got you with beautiful, ready-to-go templates to match your brand's style. What if I need a hand? Get help with everyday tasks like enhancing product images, writing product descriptions, or generating discount codes with Shopify's AI tools created for commerce. What if people haven't heard about my brand? Shopify helps you find your customers with easy-to-run email and social media campaigns. And what if I get stuck? Shopify's always around to share advice with their award-winning 24/7 customer support. So turn those dreams into and give them the best shot at success with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/realm. Go to shopify.com/realm. Shopify.com/realm.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Got a car to sell but no time to waste? Hop on to Carvana.com to get a real offer for your car in seconds. All you have to do is enter your license plate, answer a few quick questions, and if you accept the offer, Carvana will pay you as soon as you hand the keys over. They even offer same-day pickup in many cities. Save your time, score some cash, and sell your car the convenient way to
Carvana.
Pickup times vary. Fees may apply.
Then we have my hot take. Meghan wants them to stop making scary reality TV. And you've got 3 of the ones mentioned up on here. 6% said I was wrong, you pervert. 94% said I was not wrong. I think at this point, so many shows have been made in so many varieties that the only ideas that get aired are the ones that are so outlandish and crazy you can't believe they're actually happening. Yeah. Yeah. Mats was telling me, though, that last night he saw, I don't know where he saw this, if it was in the press release about filming stuff in LA or whatever, that Disney is now saying that they're prioritizing original ideas, not existing IP, but specifically ones that target a male demographic. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, good God, ugh. But it does feel like you can really tell the landscape of the political climate based on the content that's also being produced as well, and how creative it is. And when you're just regurgitating shit, and it's things that are stupid or shock factor or things you've seen 1,000 times, it is a economic and creative recession. It's the AI recreating everything over and over and over again, being who cares? Me, I care. You can't convince me these reality show titles and ideas were not AI generated. Thank you. Unfortunately, the Age of Attraction one is based on Nick Viall and his child bride, which is just icky. I'm going to agree with Meghan, but now I just know that I'm going to watch them both because my own life is a disaster. I need to watch the absolute most trashy TV I can find. Yeah, see, that's also the problem that I understand. And I do want people to zoom in on the photo, even if you have to screenshot, that I used for this, because for the Bachelor in Paradise one, it is a crowd of young and old people cheering 2 people making out. I don't know if those people are of the same age or not, but
they're not. I can tell.
I don't like it. Someone else said, the world is scary enough. Please go back to Jersey Shore. This is coming from someone who absolutely hates Jersey Shore. It was much less scary, though. Hates Jersey Shore. I loved Jersey Shore.
Couldn't get into it.
I went to Jersey Shore around the same time that it would it came out. So I felt like how the kids who grew up in Laguna Beach must have felt when Laguna Beach came out, of being wow, I'm right in the thick of it. Because I was literally.
I think they would have hated it.
Okay, well, I didn't live there. I was vacationing in Jersey Shore that summer.
That's what I'm saying. A vacation is different than, I think the people that actually lived there probably hated all of them.
Yeah, no, probably the people from Ohio who vacationed there. They were I'm living. That was me at Jersey Shore. I said, airbrush those sweatpants for me.
So many people went to visit Laguna Beach because of the show.
It's a nice place to visit.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It is. I prefer Dana Point, though. I think Dana Point's prettier.
I just include all of it together.
Yeah, they all are the same thing. Yeah, drive $3 over. Someone said, I don't even know any scary reality TV. Well, I introduced you to 3 of those.
All right, then we've got writer number 1. Are they wrong for struggling with the idea that they don't want to live with their ex who broke up because it was on God's time? 5% said the writer is wrong. 95% said the writer is wrong. Someone anonymously told me that they used to use this excuse just to break up with people.
Yeah, but what about break up and then be like, but I don't want to have to get a new roommate. That's that's wild. Dead.
Someone said, as a current gay, previously very religious girly who went to a Christian college, I would be careful with this. If you guys were dating, you guys being roommates would be the perfect situation. But I've witnessed these kind of girls who do the whole God told me not to, so I'm not gay no more thing. And things can get really messy. If there's any way to find another roommate, I would, even if you and your ex's relationship is on better terms. Living with an ex is a complete no-no. And a gay ex at a Christian college, you really are just asking for the worst.
Yeah.
Someone else said, something tells me there are more religious guilt / internalized homophobia involved with her ex's decision to break up. And then another person said, voted wrong, meant to press writer is not wrong. Writer is not wrong for struggling, but I do think the writer needs to open up her world. Try to find extracurricular activities not related to the Christian college. If it means driving out an hour away, then it would be worth your sanity. I don't know your family situation or your financial situation, but it could be worth looking for a college to transfer to. I also grew up Christian and now an atheist. I just want to say if God exists and deeply cares about you, then they are going to send you people you'll love. So don't think of it as, oh, it just wasn't the right timing. Perhaps that person wasn't for you. I don't know where on the spectrum of spirituality you lean, but if you believe in signs, that was your sign. Move on. Written with a loving tone. And someone else said, writer's girlfriend is delusional and probably using the writer a little bit. Has the convenience of already knowing her roommate, but not at all thinking about writer's comfort or emotions. Such an unfortunate situation. Someone else said, join clubs and talk to your housing people. Maybe it's an apartment, but like owned by the school. So yeah, you signed a lease, but ultimately the school is in charge. If so, you should be able to swap rooms or live elsewhere.
This is an ad.
I hate
An ad for crisp, refreshing Angry Orchard hard cider.
That is refreshing.
An ad that interrupted your podcast.
I hate being interrupted!
To remind you to stop being angry at me and crack open an Angry Orchard.
That's a good idea.
Don't get angry. Get Orchard. Angry Orchard Cider Company, LLC. AngryOrchard.com. Please drink responsibly. Angry Orchard is a hard cider with other natural flavors.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Between two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN, you try to be in control of how your info is protected. But many other places also have it, and they might not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast for 40% off. Terms apply.
Subtle results, still you, but with fewer lines. Botox Cosmetic, onabotulinum toxin A, is a prescription medicine used to temporarily make moderate to severe frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better in adults.
Effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow and eyelid drooping, and eyelid swelling. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Tell your doctor about medical history, muscle or nerve conditions including ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. For full safety information, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
See for yourself at BotoxCosmetic.com.
Then we have writer number 2. This is an update. 23% of the writer is wrong. 77% of the writer is not wrong. Someone just said, I'm actually very confused about this one, not gonna lie. I'm gonna stick beside the writer because exposure therapy is a thing to celebrate as long as it doesn't disrupt others. Love that positivity. I'm grateful for this update. I also think Meghan and Melisa are wrong. Oh, I think they just misunderstood what we were saying. I'm so grateful for this update. I also think Meghan and Melisa are wrong for discouraging people from sending in things they don't expect to be seen. I think it's incredibly helpful to send it in, forget about it, hear it on the podcast, and grow from that despite the embarrassment. Sometimes we need public embarrassment. Maybe that's a hot take. So basically, we were saying, like, you're going to embarrass, like, you know, if you don't think that we're not going to see it. Like, if you don't send it if you think we're not going to see it, because, like, we might do it. So, like, they are agreeing with us, but they're being like, no, let them think you're not going to see it and still read it and embarrass them, because it will probably help.
Okay. Then my wrong of the week, the Texas Republican legislation. Who's wrong? Texas, 98% said Texas is wrong. 2% said Texas is not wrong. Someone said, as always, Melissa wrote out a banger. Nicole Collier is a hero. Yep. Someone else said, I would vote for Melissa if I could. Listen to my But Am I Wrong from yesterday. Someone said, when is Texas ever right?
Sometimes with food.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't want to. And Beyonce, like music, they produce like a lot of
Beyonce.
They produce a lot of like wonderful artists.
Football team, hate them.
Yeah, it's very. I'm not gonna shit on the whole. It's a very big place.
Yes, and the blue circles. That's where the greatness is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just we need like a cookie cutter, and we need to like, and then the rest can. Just...
If it was divided the way it's supposed to be divided, it would be a blue state. Same with Georgia.
Yeah.
But that is the gerrymandering is what's keeping it red.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're up.
Then we have my nomination for Wrong of the Week, the Trouts. I almost did a photo of like fish, but I was like, I feel like that's just like, no, people aren't going to remember. 100% said the Trouts are wrong. And thus 0% said the Trouts are not wrong. These people are so wrong and condescending, and it makes me hate religion. Yeah. No matter how religious I got, the idea of disciplining your child using physical harm has always been icky to me. There's no world I want to live in where I feel comfortable violently putting my hands on my child. In my opinion, it feels like modern-day slave punishment. Whipping someone that you feel superior to because they're not following the rules that you've set out, disgusting. Spanking your child does nothing but traumatize them and break the trust that they once had in you. And to laugh about it on the internet like it's something so casual really sets me off.
Yeah.
I just feel really bad for the baby. So she has a problem with people telling her that she's going to hit her child instead of disciplining her child. Hey, guess what? Abuse is not discipline. You're choosing to abuse your child rather than parent your child. I grew up in an Asian immigrant and Christian household, and it always shocks my peers who are also Asian immigrants and Christian that my parents never used corporal punishment on me as a child, because corporal punishment is abuse. Hitting your child is not normal. And yes, I have immigrant boomer parents that actually parented me. Stop making it seem like it's normal to physically abuse your children. No one has called CPS on them yet. CPS doesn't care.
Is the baby alive?
Yeah.
Oh, it's already come out?
It's in her arms in the photo.
Oh, I didn't really look at
the
photo.
I did blur the baby because, you know, don't
also
put your baby online.
Saying that you're going to do something versus actually doing it. Like they wouldn't, if they came out, they wouldn't come out because they said something. It would have to be actually done and then reported on.
No, and that's why I said, like, in this, that I'm like, I wish that they would not talk about, like, I wish they would not, like, I wish they wouldn't do this, but, like, if they're going to do this and, like, say this and have their kid be public, they are essentially creating, like, a backlog of things that their kid can reference if their kid wants to be, like, gets a little older, wants to call CPS on their parents and being like, hey, check their digital footprint.
Yeah. It would be added as evidence, but it wouldn't be the main thing.
Yeah, it would just be added to, like, support.
Mm-hmm.
These people are nuttier than squirrel shits. What a phrase. I hope the whole internet is up their asses all day, every day about the treatment of that poor child. They do not care. Someone else said some people shouldn't be allowed to be parents. That dude creeps me out so badly. The way he smiled at the thought of spanking his daughter's bare butt made me want to barf. Yeah. Yeah. Pervy. Deeply pervy. And that's it.
Holiday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Holiday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Holiday. Holiday, bring it on.
What makes a great pair of glasses? At Warby Parker, it's all the invisible extras without the extra cost. Their designer quality frames start at $95, including prescription lenses, plus scratch-resistant, smudge-resistant, and anti-reflective coatings, and UV protection, and free adjustments for life. To find your next pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contact lenses, or to find the Warby Parker store nearest you, head over to warbyparker.com. That's warbyparker.com.
Comcast is committed to bringing access to the internet to all Americans, including rural communities across the country, like Sussex County, Delaware.
We were being left behind. Everybody around us seemed to have internet, but we did not. High-speed internet is one of those good things that we needed to help us move our farming, our small businesses, our recreation forward.
Learn more about how we're bringing our next generation network to more people across the country at comcastcorporation.com/investment in America.
All right.
Okay. I wrote a children's book yesterday.
About what?
Me being an aunt.
That's sweet. Are you really gonna do something with it?
I mean, I want to at least. I need to fix one of the rhyming pattern. There's just one line that is fucking me up that I have to figure out. But I want to at least write it and illustrate it and give it to the kiddos for a holiday or something, and then maybe I'll do something else with it. But I found a way to make it a whole series of books too, which I'm damn.
Oh, look at you. You know what you're doing.
Sometimes I forget. That Mott's was yeah, the fact that you just cracked this out in 30 minutes. He's you remember that you actually know how to do you could just do this again. And I was well,
that's not true. Even what I was referring to. I'm referring to your doppelganger, your older doppelganger.
Tabitha Brown?
No, the one you actually look like.
Oh, sorry. Well, Tabitha Brown has a children's book. I don't know that Rosamund Pike does.
But Gone Girl, the whole thing was that she was the books that were written about her as a kid. That's
amazing, Amy. Oh my God. Wow. You're right. You are right. Damn. Hell yeah. I think those are slightly thicker books though. This one's not as thick.
And still. I think they go as she got older, they got thicker. When she was little, they were they children's book. Yeah. That was the whole thing. Was that it grew?
And at least they won't fuck up my kid because it's not my kid.
Yeah.
It's my niece and nephew. And they're also, by the way, not even named in it. Neither am I. It's you can be this is the aunt.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. And I literally, the initial way I started it was I have an aunt, and then it was no, not that kind of aunt. And then I was fuck, half the country pronounces it aunt. So it wouldn't make sense. So I had to scrap that idea. But Mats thinks what's the word that he thinks I need to change to? Let's see. He thinks elation I need to change. And I said, sorry, you find a fucking word that rhymes with imagination. I'm teaching the kids new words. That's what?
Creation.
You think creation's easier than elation?
Yeah. But I don't know in the context of.
I'll put creation. Yeah. Then I'd have to change the context.
But yeah, congratulations.
Hopefully I do something with it.
Yeah. I used to always buy the children back to school books, and then completely forgot that I did especially when they were going starting kindergarten, I completely forgot that I did that. And then Melanie was I've been looking all over. I can't find a book. And I completely forgot, as her being the youngest one, years behind everybody else.
Well, she is years behind. That's that's fair. That you get.
Melanie was I'm
sorry.
Yeah, the youngest.
Some of you graduated.
Yes.
I forgot that there's one doing the opposite. Mm-hmm. Someone's starting.
Yes. Completely forgot that. Yeah. Sorry.
Overnight that.
Well, she found one online. Our school's been going for 2 weeks now. She did miss all but the first day of her first week, though, because she was sick.
Oops.
Yep.
I think it's, the fact that, like, school started weeks ago here, I'm like, what? So hot. You had to go to school when it was, like, this hot.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the same in Arkansas, right? It might be a little bit hotter in Arkansas right now, but at least they don't have to go outside.
That's what I mean. Like, there's no... The children...
No, for California children, they have to go outside.
Yeah. Like, I wish people understood, like, when we complain, like, about the weather, like, our entire city and, like, a huge majority of the state, the entire coast of the state, is built for 70-degree weather year-round. So, like, when it's raining, you have to be outside. When it's 107 degrees, you have to be outside. Like, there is nothing else you can do. And it's just, the extremes.
That's fine. Okay. Well, thank you for joining us for a rousing episode of See You Next Tuesday. On Thursday, you can listen to and watch Don't Blame Me. You can watch it on Patreon. Friday, we've got Fisting Friday, which you can watch on Spotify and listen on Patreon. Monday, we've got But Am I Wrong? Where you can watch on Patreon. And then Then Tuesday, we'll be back here because we will see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.
This is a Sister Sign production hosted by me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa D. Montz, plus Diamond Imprint Productions.
Post-production by Coco Lorenz.
It's ticklish business any way you look at it. Come on, we'll stick together.
Love movies? Love classic movies? So do we. Ticklish Business is the podcast where classic film is discussed in modern times. Hosted by me, film journalist Kristen Lopez, and my co-host, author Emily Edwards, we dive into the golden age of cinema with fun, heart, and serious expertise. As published film historians and lifelong classic movie buffs, we bring insider insights, deep research, and lively debates with a variety of special guests, ranging from celebrities like Holly Madison to TCM luminaries Dave Karger and Eddie Muller, and even family members of old Hollywood legends. Subscribe now to Ticklish Business on your favorite podcast app, and let's talk about old Hollywood today.
Does music really have the power to heal? How can you instantly be more persuasive? What would the world be like if there were no bugs? These are the kind of topics we explore in every episode of my podcast called Something You Should Know. My name is Mike Carruthers, and what we do on Something You Should Know is we find leading experts and curate topics that will impact your life, satisfy your curiosity, or simply fascinate you. Maybe all of the above. Out of all the millions of podcasts in the universe, Something You Should Know is usually ranked in the top 200 of all podcasts on Apple. A lot of people like Something You Should Know, and I'm willing to bet you will too. We deliver 3 episodes a week and have a catalog of over 1,000 shows for you to listen to. Give a listen to Something You Should Know, wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Brandy Basanti. For the last 15 years, I've starred on one of the most successful reality shows of all time, Story Tours. On my new show, The Real Reality, my guest and I will reveal the real story of what it's like navigating fame and notoriety. Because it's my show, I can do whatever I want. I can say whatever I want. No filters, no rules, no network executives. And I believe that's what the world wants. Raw, real, authentic, and I'm gonna fucking give it to you. Though success is great, being in the public eye can come at a cost. Oftentimes, what you see on camera is not the real reality. On each episode of my show, we'll sit down with a different notable individual from the world of TV, film, sports, or internet fame. We will explore their unique story, what really happened on and off camera, how becoming famous has truly impacted their lives, and what their vision is for their future. In a world obsessed with celebrity, followers, and subscribers, the true story is often lost or even buried. This show will reveal what really happened. This show will reveal what people really felt. This show will reveal what fame is really like. This is The Real Reality. Subscribe now, wherever you get your podcasts.